I mean, when I go fishing, I mean, I'll make a cast and I'll wind that thing back. I make about 5 casts and I don't get a bite. I'm gonna do something a little bit different. You know what I mean? I may go a little bit quicker. I may pop it. You know, one of the best things is just one little hit. It just makes that thing flare out and kind of gets their attention a little bit. So everything's a little bit different and it changes. And it's funny, as soon as you get a bite, you're like, you know, he hit that whenever I jerked it, or he hit it whenever I let it fall. But don't say, now, you guys got buddies like this. Oh, the only way they're going to hit this spinnerbait is if you reel it 3 times, kill it, pop it, and then hold your leg out. Guys, they don't, I mean, once or twice, I mean, I'll take, you know, you get a bite and you think about it, okay? And then you keep changing and doing what you're doing before. And then you let 2 bites. Oh, that's 2, kind of the same way. And it takes me like 4 or 5 fish before I say, all right, this is the deal for today. You know what I'm saying? And then I quit messing around with a lot of that other stuff. So you just have to change and keep doing stuff. Equipment setup, I use 22. 22-pound sunline. I used to use 20 a lot, and I've kind of gotten it hooked on this 22, and it's just something I don't like to retie. I mean, I can pull it and fight it, and I don't think these fish are line shy that have this much water clarity. I use a 610, pretty light rod. If you guys felt of my spinnerbait rod, you'd probably say, this is pretty light. But I think I jerk, you know, I jerk, I get so excited a lot. I jerk really hard. I want a rod that whenever I'm reeling that spinnerbait, you know, I can watch that tip. I can watch them blades bump like that. And then whenever he bites it, you know, he has a little bit to eat it, and then I can hammer him. And then I'm old school. I use a 5.6 to 1 reel. That's between that and throwing a big crankbait. That's the only reason I still own 5.6. I just got to feel like I'm doing something. You know, you get out there and throw that spinnerbait and you do this, you're going, that's hurting me really bad. I got to feel like I'm moving around. The swim bait. I heard Hackney say it. Why would I throw a swim bait? Or where would I throw a swim bait? Somebody answer that.
Clear water.
Yeah. That's all, you know, everybody thinks, well, they don't bite a spinnerbait anymore. They do. The thing is 20 years ago, we used to tie on a spinnerbait, because I've done it, where you tie a spinnerbait on, you throw it all day long, or you throw it the whole month of April, and there's days that you catch them, and there's days you don't catch them so good. Well, back then, that's what we threw. That's what we did. And when the conditions were right, when the watercolor was right, that's when we caught them. And now we have learned that there's a better bait for that situation. You get that little bit clearer water, and these fish will eat a swim bait even on those slick, clear water days.
Do you rig that belly hook or?
Both. It just depends on the
Cover.
Yeah, on the cover. He asked if I rig it with a belly hook or with a jig head. I prefer, if I can get away with a jig head, I'm gonna throw a jig head, because to me it's all about being efficient. I don't want to be fighting, you know, the swim bait and stuff like that. And I just feel like I hook up a lot better with that. But you got to be efficient, so you know, I can't be taking grass off or getting hung up. So if I'm fighting it, then I'll go to a belly hook. You had a question back there.
Yeah, like in clear water, what is your favorite color around here?
Just something that's shad. I like a river. It's called a river shad. I think I got one. Yeah, he asked what my favorite color was. It's a river shad for around here, and it's just a shad color. I mean, it's just a straight old. It's not white, but it's kind of almost a see-through white. And it's different days, what the conditions might be. You know, if the water was really clear, it'd probably even be a little more translucent than that. But all around, day to day, that's one of my favorite colors. The thing I like about the swim bait, and I always say that the swim bait and the spinnerbait are cousins.
And the information Bass University provides isn't your basic run-of-the-mill fishing video. This is specific information from A to Z to help you learn, get to the water, and become a better angler quickly.